With an employment rate of 6.19 in the country and 26.9 being the hunger statistics in Kenya, is feeding the nation with employment and a tasteful array of broiler meat products an optimal business strategy? We join John Njuguna at his welcoming homestead as he takes us through all that is needed to start a thriving broiler production farm. This is the initial capital.
Hi, my name is John NJUGUNA and I'm the CEO of KUKU, and welcome to today's episode. But before we dive into it, I want to thank you all for your continuous support. Continue subscribing and watching our channel. We are now at 100+ subscribers and I'm very thankful.
Feeling good, like I should.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about the cost of production, raising the broiler chicken in the farm, the capital investment required, and the recurrent costs that one has to incur in the production cycle. The fixed capital, that is the land, the housing structure, and the equipment. We also have recurrent expenditures. That is what you'll be using on every cycle when the birds come in. Now, let's start with the fixed capital. Fixed capital, basically what we are talking about is land. You need to have a piece of land. And if you don't have one, that shouldn't dampen the spirits of doing production. You can actually lease land. And when you're looking at leasing land, there are many things you need to consider. Number one is accessibility. Number two is bird and human population. Number three is the size of land. Number four, you may also consider the infrastructure and its condition. Does it need any renovation? Number five, existing utilities. Is the land connected to the grid? Does it have a constant water supply? Does it have staffing quarters? Does it have stores? All these are factors that you need to consider. Then the other factor you need to consider over and above is security, because you also want to lease land in a very secure area where feed and the chicken are not stolen. Another factor that you may also add on to that is the drainage, because if you lease land in a really flat area, you may suffer the consequences of heavy rain, and your birds could consequently be waterlogged. So these are the things that you need to look out for when you're leasing a piece of land. But as I said, leasing is the best way if you don't have the capital to buy.
Remember, on fixed capital, land, housing, and equipment dominate the expenditure. Ideally, leasing a plot of land for 10+ years, with the plot having existing structures and equipments, or as Mr. John NJUGUNA would love to term as,
it's like getting into an apartment which is already furnished.
You'll get your money's worth, as every coin is used for its intended purpose.
Looking to lease out land on a long-term lease with existing structures that are workable or usable, or minimum renovation, but without equipment, then you're looking at paying about 6 to 10 shillings per every bird that comes in. Now, if you're looking at leasing land on a long term with existing structures that are workable or with little renovation and with equipment, then you're looking at paying about 10 to 15 shillings per bird that enters the farm. Now, remember, every lease is based on a yearly or a 2 months or on 2 months, because the production cycle of the bird is actually 2 months. So do not go for a monthly lease where you're going to pay money every month, because that will interfere with the way you're accessing your money.
Catch us in our next episode as we explain more on.
We'll be speaking about recurrent expenditures in the farm and the cost of production per bird. That means the life cycle of the bird, what you need to invest from day 1 to day 35, and then we'll be talking about harvesting and sales in the market.